There you are, in all that low-level gear. Who never knew? Wise crusaders peruse Igor's trade house, and so should you. Gear up for your next great adventure at Igor's trade house.
What is up, players? It's WarbossTae up in this mug. Today we're taking another look at Warhammer Quest: The Cursed City, and we are focusing on the latest character to be teased in the Warhammer community website. This is Torgilius the Chamberlain. Let's take a look at his wackadoo lore. A so-called scholar performing depraved necromantic experiments to raise more warriors for the Ulfenwatch. Ulfenkarn was once home to the Brotherhood of Sepulchrists known as the Pact Mortalis. Torgilius was a member of their order but turned his back on them, taking their research into grave sand phylacteries and throwing in his lot with the vampires that came to rule the city. Who has any idea what all of this means? I remember back in the day, Heinrich Kemmler, the Lightmaster, was basically a necromancer who was up to dirty deeds, doing dirty deeds done dirt cheap, and he got found out and chased out of the city. He roamed into the mountains where he went mad, and he started using his necromancy and raising armies and armies of the dead from their ancient burial mounds, and that was it. That was his story. This is all over the place and wild. I love it, and I hate it at the same time. The Chamberlain's knowledge of grave sand, what the heck does that mean? Means that his master can now deflect wounds that would otherwise destroy him, making Torgilius one of the most trusted men in the Cursed City. He has also developed the ability to project his will into the diseased vermin in the city, allowing him to spy upon the populace. I love this model, though. As wackadoo as this guy's lore is, I love this model. From the raven on his... What is that? That looks like a gallows wood structure attached to his neck, and you can see there's sheets of parchment on his back. What does that even mean? He looks like a crazy fanatic priest, a mad priest. And I like the candle he's holding out. That's one thing you don't see in Warhammer Fantasy models or Age of Sigmar models. You don't see characters holding up candles. Sometimes you'll see a character holding up like a lantern or something glowy, but I think the old Ebenezer Scrooge candle in a cup, that should make a comeback. That's a great look, and I like that this guy's got it. It looks like he's kind of trying to cook that bird, though, from the angle. It looks like he's cooking that bird. The bird's got some object source lighting on it. Beautiful. There's some bats on the other side, and it looks like a rat dog at his foot. I love the colors. I love the green for this guy. He looks like a stark contrast to the Gorslav the Gravekeeper, which was somber, pallid skin tones contrasted with dark red for his skirt and that dirty weapon he had. This guy's more green, dark green, than that kind of mossy green, then a light green. He looks almost like a wood elf with all of his different shades of green on his body. The way I would paint him, to do a WarbossTae Taeoretical really quick, would be to spray the entire model in Caliban green. I'm pretty sure there's a Caliban green base coat out there. And then black out the colors for the wood. I would use Steel Legion Drab. And I'd also use Steel Legion Drab for the skin of that wolf dog. Rhinox Hide for the boots. Incubi Darkness for the hood and the pants. That looks like that could be Mournfang Brown or Dark Flesh for the staff that he's got. Yeah, just simple Retributor armor and Lead Belcher for the gold and the silver. For the bats, I would start with a black, and the bat and the crow, I'd start with a Abaddon black and then build up to like a, that looks like it could be a dark Incubi Darkness. Looks like highlighted up with blue. And then build up the fine points with Fenrisian Gray so that it goes from dark black to dark blue to little points of highlight there. The parchment and the candle wax, I would use Rakarth Flesh shaded with Seraphim Sepia, highlighted up with Rakarth Flesh, and then using your various bone colors like Bleached Bone or Screaming Skull. The skin looks like Rakarth flesh shaded with Devlin Mud. Ha! Devlin Mud. Agrax Earthshade, rather. And then highlighted back up with Rakarth flesh. And the beard looks like it might be Celestra Gray, shaded with Known Oil and brought back up with gray. So you've got that dirty gray beard offset with the skin, which is a very pallid skin color. And then you've got the creamy bone colors of the parchment and the candle wax. I love it. I think the model looks strange and weird and different from the Gorslav model, definitely, but also from the skeleton model that I'm going to be doing a video on. And it looks totally different from the Vampire Hunter as well as the Wood Elf. The Wood Elf is in a action pose. Remember, she's jumping off and firing her bow. The Vampire Hunter looks like he's just posing with his rifle slung over his shoulder. This guy looks like he's hunched over and he's holding that candle and his staff. He looks really good. A very nice, different approach to the sculpt from the other ones. While Torgilius usually prefers to dispatch lesser beings to fetch him fresh subjects for his experiments, he will occasionally venture out into the city to choose his own. Any who stand in his way suffer the full might of his dark magic. Do you think you and your friends have what it takes to overcome Torgilius the Chamberlain and the rest of the villains in Ulfenkarn? You'll soon find out when Warhammer Quest Cursed City is released. Man, when is it coming out? I'm ready. Let's go. Well, you guys, I appreciate the look. Thank you, Games Workshop, for giving us a sneak peek at this model. I have heard that there's an event coming up solely focused on releasing new information, pictures, and release dates on the upcoming Age of Sigmar materials. So that's miniatures, the lore tomes, the books, and I'm hoping to see more from Warhammer Quest at that. I think it's going to be happening tomorrow. I've been watching this guy, Cinderfell Gaming. His videos are really, really great and very in-depth look at what's going on with the company, the new releases, and he's a great lore channel to watch. So highly recommend him. There's my shout out to him. If you haven't, you should check out his page. And I'm looking forward to more releases. Just release all of the heroes and all of the villains already. I want to see what other models they've got in store for this Warhammer Quest game. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you found this video to your liking, then hit that like button before you go. Subscribe to me if you're not already. And you can also support my channel through Patreon or jump on the Discord where we've always got something cooking. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Latest, players! Get off my lawn!
What up, players? Gandalf the Grey, up in Dismar. Support WarbossTae Studios. For now, more than ever, Hobbiton is in desperate need of heroes. Heroes like Daniel Sprinkle, Scrag Fist, Brad 94H, Pigs, Dicey Guy, Harris Smith, Play It Painted, and Logan Swanson.